Hello, my beautiful water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. And this is your April monthly tarot forecast for April 2022. This is no joke. So thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Everything that you do here helps this channel grow. So let's see what Spirit has for you for the month of April. For the month of April, for Cancer. So Cancer, right off the bat, the Ten of Pentacles, stepping into a time of transformation, into a time in transformation of abundance and prosperity, feeling good financially, looking good, coming from a place of compassion, empathy, love, connection to source and spirit, finding inspiration. And you have this way about you. Now, it could be because you're sitting in a time of financial abundance, but there is this feeling that everyone wants to be around you, right? That everyone, that you kind of like are this beaming light in the month of April, and that everyone is attracted to you. It may be because of the money. It may be because you're more open and connected to spirit and source. It may be because you're more open emotionally, and willing to help others, kind of be that beacon, a guiding light, if you will. But I kind of feel like that, that there are a lot of people who are really attracted to you and wanting to be around you. And then there's the Three of Swords. So you also may be dealing with a loss, right? Yeah. Okay. You also may be dealing with a loss. It could be a financial loss, could be an emotional loss, someone dying, someone leaving you, someone cutting off a friendship or a relationship, saying that, perhaps maybe I can't be invested in this relationship anymore. As I said, it could be also a death in the family. But if you were to look at it from how I'm feeling, it's like we have all of this money and all of this abundance and prosperity and all of this feeling of compassion and empathy for others, and we are open to helping people and guide people, and we are connected to source and spirit, and then there's a loss, right? A hit, something that totally breaks us, breaks our heart, breaks us apart, breaks us down. The loss of a loved one, maybe, maybe you've come into this time of abundance and prosperity and love and compassion and empathy and all of this, and people are so attracted to you that the person who you are with can't deal, they can't deal with that. They have a hard time dealing with the new version of you. Because sometimes when we come into shit, we have a tendency to change a little bit. And, when it starts to become all about me, 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 it's no longer about us, us, us. And somebody's going, well, I'm just going to go be on my own. And then, the relationships are over or done. As I said, this could also be a physical death of someone dying, someone who was of great importance to the family, someone who was financially stable, someone who was emotionally stable, someone who was the matriarch of the family, the mother line of the family. So it could be a mother or a grandmother. Taking time to heal from this. Yeah. And then we have the Five of Cups, and this is an very emotional time for you. And even though you still are in that emotional headspace, there is abundance, there is positivity that comes from this scenario, right? And how could there be, something positive that comes from someone leaving or someone passing? How could there be positivity from heartbreak or heartache? Well, you'll never see it because you're over here crying over spilled milk, but you're still crying over the loss of, you've had time to figure it out. You've had time to take a step back from it. You've had time to go over it, and you've also had time to come back into the real world after this heartbreak or loss or death. And what you learn from it is strength. What you learn from it is compassion. What you learn from it is that, when we lose people, we automatically think of the loss. We don't think of what we have learned from that person or from that relationship or from that situation. We don't think about what we have learned from the longevity of the person who has passed, and their strength and their knowledge and their compassion and their empathy for the world around them. Think of the things that you've been through. Now think of the things that someone has been through who lived in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s, right? Having to go through all of these changes, and as they get older, not really understanding what these changes are. Someone who has lived through segregation, someone who has lived through the Depression. You're living through your cell phone won't turn on. You're living through that your local convenience store doesn't carry the type of White Claw that, you're going through whatever you think is important for you. And when you pass, those who come after you will look at the things that you've been through and going, oh, how'd they do that? So we learn from, if we desire to, we learn from those who have come before us, right? We learn the lessons of those who have lived life, right? We learn the lessons of broken relationships. What happened in this relationship? We can learn a lesson from that and take that lesson into the next relationship by first healing and giving ourselves some time to learn what that lesson is. We can learn lessons from loss, regardless of what that loss is, right? So there is an abundance here. There's empathy and compassion here, but there's also loss, and you're being called on, instead of going on about the loss, learn from the loss. Turn around, pick up those other cups, take a sip, sit down, listen to the stories. It's not all about you, right? It's about the life that you live. What's going on in it? How is it unfolding? What's your part in it? What can you learn from it? Relax, take a break, get out of your head, get back in the game, and start asking yourself, what can I learn from this experience that I just had? What do I learn in the month of April, right? What can I learn from this heartbreak and heartache? What can I learn by taking a step back? What can I learn by turning around and taking these 2 cups and having a sit down or a get together with other people and talking about what happened here? What can I learn? A lot, I bet. You're going to learn a lot more from, sorry, the cards just exploded. This one, however, flew. You're going to learn a lot more doing that than you will continuously going on and on and on about, what you lost or how you feel about what you lost. There is positivity and good times ahead, and you're going on this journey for a reason. And you may be uncertain about what to do with it, but in the end, there is abundance. In the end, there is prosperity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of like a storytelling thing. In the beginning, there was abundance, there was prosperity, there was growth and energy and fire and passion and empathy and compassion, right? Here. And then there was this journey, kind of like a soul searching journey that someone had went on, right? And there was a loss. And we're not really certain about what to do with that loss because we've never been here before. And so we take a step back and we learn from this journey. And then we step into a time of abundance, of cornucopia, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is strength. Knowledge is abundance, right? And if you're having a hard time with this, call upon Archangel Michael to give you strength to get through this, and you'll be fine. We have a couple of more cards to go. I like using everything in my arsenal. Have confidence to go through this journey. Yeah, this is a journey for you. This is something that has the potential to really benefit you. Know your truth, speak your truth, find what that truth is, and walk through this transformation, walk through this journey with passion, right? Protect yourself from this being a me, 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 I story. Because this isn't a me, 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 I story. This is a story that includes a lot of pieces and a lot of parts. And it includes a lot of people. And it's not just about you and how you feel. It's about learning from others how they felt, what their part was in this story, why they left, how they felt when they passed, if it's a physical death. What can you learn from their experiences in life? So think about that. Find that. Find yourself. Find the truth. Have passion on this journey because it's a wisdom. It's an obtaining wisdom journey, and also it's an understanding that even though you may think this journey is all about you, it's not all about you. It's about the people who have been in your life, the people who have gone from your life, the people who are still in your life. It's about the people who have loved, the people who have hurt, the people who have come at you through empathy and compassion, or perhaps the people who have come at you with anger and hurt, and what you have learned from every situation. Finding that truth and who you are. Having that confidence to find the passion in life again, and not being all the time in a space of the victim or poor me, right? You got here. You're here. And now you're here. What's the story of that journey of why, and how do you remove yourself from that to get back to here? So there you are, Cancer. I hope this reading helps you find the passion and the confidence and find the truth of who you are. I hope this transformation is a wonderful one for you. And I send you love and light. Bye. Good morning, Scorpio. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. Thank you so very much for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. This is your April monthly tarot forecast for, April 2022. It's crazy. April 2022. So let's see what Spirit has for you today. What messages do we have for Scorpio? For Scorpio, for Scorpio, for Scorpio. Come from a place of higher knowledge and wisdom. What? Oh, okay. Oh. Well, this is nice. It's a little nice, but you're not certain if you want to take this. So the Hierophant is coming from a higher level of wisdom and knowledge, a connection to source and spirit, teacher being the student, student being the teacher, right? And this knowledge, if you will, has the ability to bring you into a time of emotional abundance and prosperity. And Spirit is here giving you the cup that allows this to happen, but you're uncertain if you want it to happen. You're I don't know, bored with it, uninterested in it. This may have been something that you have been trying to manifest in your life, but it may have come a little bit, too late. Or is it learning about your relationships, learning about who you are in a relationship or in a marriage? Is it learning about your family? Is it learning about you're about to expand your family? There's something in regards to learning something about your family that you're not interested in, right? Now this bird is pointing toward the future, so it could be moving, it could be in addition to the family, it could be adding one more, it could be learning something or bringing something to, or somebody bringing something to, but there's a disinterest in it. It's either I'm uncertain. Is it an uncertainty that you want this relationship to happen and to go on? And maybe perhaps there's counseling here from a person of higher knowledge, right? And now it's decision-making time. Very uncertain if we want this relationship to happen or if we want this relationship to go on. The Queen of Pentacles is, there's transformation here. There's passion, but that passion is reserved for, money-making opportunities. There's a time of fertility, passion, and transformation here when it comes to abundance and prosperity. So is it that there's a question of moving the family someplace that's promising you more abundance, and you're uncertain if you want to take that opportunity or not, because you're looking back at that going, oh, I don't know. What do I do? Do I take this opportunity to, do I take this opportunity for a new employment? Things are very fertile at the moment. Things are very quick moving at the moment. I have this opportunity to take my family and either move someplace that's more beneficial financially for me, or leave it. This just feels like marriage counseling. It feels like relationship counseling here with these two cards. And you're being offered, a saving grace, but it doesn't seem like you're interested in making it work, or someone's not interested in making it work. Someone's more interested in making the money. Someone's more interested in the passion, and that comes from making the money, right? Perhaps a relationship was important at one time, but right now, because you're rejecting or not even giving this a second thought, it feels like now it's more about the making the money and the passion that comes and the transformation that comes along with that. What else, please? And now you're being asked to find alternate ways to bring about that love, right? Different look at things differently. Find a different ways to spice it up, or different ways to bring in the passion, or different ways to bring in love, or different ways to, it's like thinking out of the box, right? So maybe you were in a relationship that was too conforming, right? That was too routine. So this happens at this time, this happens at this time, this happens at this time, this happens at this time. And then maybe in this relationship, one of the two of you decided to go off and do your own thing, right? And to help with this relationship, there was some sort of counseling that happened, that's going on. And you're being called upon, if you want to fix this relationship and make this relationship work, to think outside of the box, not to be so conforming, not to be so, this is how everything is done. This has to be done at this time. 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 Because with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you can see she's free. You can see that she's going through this transformation. You can see that there's passion there, there's longevity there, there's a desire to, take control here, right? But this is also about a relationship. And the Hierophant being that higher level of knowledge, it really feels like there is a relationship here that's struggling because one person wants to be all about one thing and another person wants to be all about another thing. And perhaps one person is really conforming and another person is like, I want this relationship to work and be great, but one of the two of you aren't willing to put into the relationship what it needs to make it work. And so the guidance is, take the cup and then find that inspiration from different avenues, from different things, from different what's the word I'm looking for? From alternative views, maybe, right? So it's kind of interesting that there seems to be a power dynamic here. Anyway, that's what I'm getting from it. There seems to be some sort of power dynamic. So one person's like, we have the world at our fingertips and we can do and have whatever we want. And, we can, and then you're being asked to kind of allow spirit to guide you through this, right? Take the cues from Archangel Metatron, allow them to kind of show you the way, if you will. Yeah, so this is a journey, and this could be a journey of someone saying, someone who has been in a relationship for quite some time saying, look, I have the world. I have the world in front of me. I can be doing anything I want, whatever I want, whenever I want it. I don't need to stay in this conforming relationship and do things this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. I need my freedom. I need to go on this journey. I need to find out who I am. I need to find out where I belong. I need to walk away from what doesn't serve me. And if it's this relationship, that's okay. I'm willing to cut the cords. I'm willing to cut the cords and then go forward. I'm willing to find that inspiration through different avenues and from, different people, different places, different things. I'm not ready to fix this. I'm not ready to fix this. So it seems like one of the two of you, if you're in a relationship, isn't ready to fix the relationship yet. They're willing to, to go on this journey and to walk away for a period of time so they can experience the world and make the money and be in a place of, I know freedom is a strong word, but be in a place of personal freedom, right? We have travel, the journey and the travel card. We have setting boundaries here. We also have the card of good luck. We also have the card of willpower. And we also have the card of life purpose. So maybe this doesn't have anything to do with the relationship. Maybe this person has found their calling. Maybe it's coming from a place of, that's those psychic abilities, right? Stepping into their spiritual oneness with source. And we go through cycles, and perhaps the cycle here is that relationships aren't as important as their spiritual growth. So they're going on this spiritual journey and maybe coming to the conclusion that the relationship aspect of things are no longer what they need. So they are moving toward what they think is their life purpose. It's a different journey for them now. They've evolved out of this relationship into a time of, finding themselves spiritually, going on this spiritual journey. And the traveling is either, physically traveling to do what they desire to do, or spiritually traveling to, opening up to spirit and source, finding out who they are as a spiritual being here. Even with the boundaries card, we have, connection to source, connection to source, connection to source. So you're in for a very interesting month, and choices need to be made. And if you're in a relationship, and if this person is you, what is important to you? Is it having the relationship, or is it finding yourself and who you are and going on a journey to do that? And it's up to you. Yeah, no one can make this decision but you. So good luck to you, Scorpio, on your journey. I hope you find what you're looking for. And until next time, take care of you. Bye. Good morning, Pisces. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. This is your April monthly tarot forecast for April 2022. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Everything you do here helps this channel grow and is greatly appreciated. Let's see what the month of April has for you, Pisces, and here we go. Wait, these cards just fell out, just falling out, falling out. All right, so we have the Lovers, we have the Magician, we have the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So right off the bat, we're creating this beautiful, balanced, harmonious relationship. This relationship has one of passion, of growth, of compassion, of empathy, of prosperity, of abundance. In this relationship, there is a feeling of equalness, right? Being able to speak being able to speak your mind, not from a place of hurt, but from a place of compassion. Being able to speak your truth, being able to spread your wings, and just being your individual true self in a partnership is such a beautiful thing. Being your individual true self in a relationship that doesn't put stipulations and boundaries on you, as long as you are respecting each other and coming from a place of compassion, is a beautiful thing. And you want to go and shout it to the world. You want to take this beautiful, fiery, passionate energy, fiery, passionate growth. There's the wands are about growth. You want to take it, you want to go and scream it to the world. I'm in a relationship with the love of my life who brings about balance and compassion and love and prosperity and abundance. And there's such longevity here. And this is a beautiful, and it's a great thing. And we're growing together. And it could be just this beautiful, successful relationship, a successful relationship of unlike one you've had before. And I think that you're moving together. I think that you are, you've perhaps this relationship was a long time coming, and perhaps where you are too many memories of where you've been. So now you're going somewhere else, and Spirit is saying, have blind faith in me and what we do. And you may have to fight maybe for this relationship to, it's an already balanced relationship. We're already balancing these scales, and I feel that you already have blind faith, because we have the Magician as well, and the Justice card with wings spread open, chest out, being very vulnerable. So there is already that having blind faith in source and spirit, right? If this is a litigation that you're going through, you're solid. I don't think you have to, I don't think, they may be some backlash in regards to you moving or going to another place to get away from where you've been. I mean, sometimes I'll give you an example. I was involved with this beautiful man who we married, and we stayed in the town where he knew people, where his past was. And because of that, he was tempted into, and he did things that destroyed our relationship, which was a beautiful relationship. I mean, he was what I thought was the perfect one. But then he did things because he continued to allow outside forces to affect him, just like he did in his past, right? And so we broke up, and I left, and that was the last time I saw him, and that was, 2008. But after I left, he continued to allow those people from his past to affect him in negative ways. He continued to do that until he got in a motorcycle accident because he was running from the police and he got thrown in jail. And in order for his life to be better and to succeed, he had to move away from this place, away from these people, away from this toxic energy, away from the temptations of his past, in order to be successful, in order to rise above who he was at that time. And I think this is what's happening. I think that you're being called to it. I think it's, or maybe you think that you're being called to move away from this place, to move past your past, to move past your past and into a more balanced, a more balanced future that allows you to have blind faith in the love that you, oh, I feel this. Move into the future that allows you to have blind faith in love, blind faith in who you love, blind faith in creating this love that you're screaming about it from the rooftops. I feel that. I felt that in my soul as soon as I said it. Yes. All right, so let's see what else we have before I start getting all emotional about it. Too late. Okay. Yeah, that hit me. That hit me. All right, let's see what we have. All right, so we have, and this is for, again, Pisces, we have cornucopia, so there is abundance here. The garden and the gate. So why the garden and the gate fits so well with the Six of Swords is that the garden and the gate is like, get out, step out of that comfort zone, step out of that complacency, step out of that comfortability. There has to be movement here. There may be people around you who are so envious of you and this relationship that in order for it to succeed, you have to move away, you have to go, you have to and it's coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place of fear. It's not coming from a place of being in your head. It's coming from a place of wanting to succeed, of wanting this relationship to succeed, of having faith in this, of having blind faith in this relationship. And in order for that to happen, you have to get away from where the past is. You have to get away from where that temptation is. You have to get away from where those envious people are. You have to get away from the energy that keeps you secluded, that keeps you from stepping out of your comfort zone, that keeps you from making the decisions that you need to make for your family. Hello. In order for this to be a successful home life for you. Yeah, you guys, come on. Yeah, find that clarity. And this is for your own well-being. So, yeah, this is definitely about a family, definitely about a relationship, definitely about two people coming together. You may have been together before and other people got in the way. That's why there is this push to step out of this and move forward, to go. Because that, I think, by going and by moving and by having blind faith and trust in one another and spirit and source, that you moving out of this is the perfect thing for you, is going to be perfect for your family and for your home life. It's going to bring a sense of well-being and accomplishments and prosperity and abundance, because where you are and around the energy that you are and the people that you are, the probability of you succeeding is minimal. Because those old energies will rear their heads and you'll be right back to where you were before this beautiful relationship. Other people will interfere. Moving away is for your own well-being. Going through this transformation is for your own well-being. Allow it to happen. You have a beautiful thing happening here. And there shouldn't be anyone interfering in this. But unfortunately, Pisces, there is, and there will be. So you have to make the decision to move. And I know that move can be a scary one. I know that moving, out of that energy, or moving moving from where you are to where it's comfortable to where it's what you know can be frightening, can be scary. But what is important here, right? Is fear is fear and uncertainty more important than the life that you have, the relationship that you have, your family, your home, right? You have to bring clarity to this. You have to understand this. You have to know that this move is for your well-being. And if it does not happen, you put yourself at risk of losing the home and the family and the love because of the energies of the people who have who you allowed to either manipulate you or tempt you. I'm so surprised that the devil card didn't show up. And I'm not going to keep shuffling till it does. I mean, I get the gist of the story. That's not who I am. I won't justify what I'm thinking continuously shuffling the cards, hoping that something or something, comes out, because this story is plain to see. I mean, I don't need to do that. Nor do I wish to do that. So there is this push from spirit to step out into the world, to get out of that comfort zone and that complacency and that comfortability, and moving for the sake of the success of your family and your home and your relationships, or your relationship. You have the Lover's card, the Magician, and the Justice card here. So this is extremely important. Even if it's moving away from that awful significant other who has caused you nothing but heartbreak and heartache, this move is needed. Thank you so very much, Pisces, for allowing me to do this reading for you today. Good luck on your beautiful journey. Make this move for your family. It's worth it. Talk again soon. Bye.